Mentioned about the cycle, you know that the format has been changed in 2015 and we started to play in 4 different countries. I think that has again proven to be a success. If you look at the ticket sales in total, this European Basketball Championship, after the one we organized in 2015, is the most ticket sold event in the history of European basketball. The reason maybe in France was that we played that final phase in an arena which had 35,000 seat capacity. But the figures that I have been given are very close to this event as well. So that was, from that side, also a big success. Another thing regarding the competition is, of course, the level of the competition has shown that the 24 national teams, with exception maybe 1 or 2, are very top level, and the competition was very tense. I mean, many games has been only below the average 7.8 points. I think that was given me as the note. I mean, this is the least second difference in the history of European basketball. So there was another tournament that where the average point difference was less than 7.8. And I want to congratulate that is why all the teams, all the national federations, and that shows the strength of European basketball. Definitely EuroBasket, as we always say, is the top national team competition in the world because of those numbers, of those competitiveness, and of the success of European basketball. And last but not least, of course, the media coverage was great. There were a lot of accredited newspapers, I think media people, 1,200 in total, and they helped us a lot to provide the information as fast as possible and as wide as possible. I would like to thank you all of this for this as well. That is obvious, that is helping European basketball grow, the windows. But in the beginning, when we started that, we didn't thought that the top European players who are playing in Europe, in their clubs, are not going to participate. We thought that the top European players who are continuing to play in the European continent during the season should be part of their national teams. But unfortunately, so far, this has not been the case. Exceptions there were, and in last windows there were more numbers that participated than the ones before. But this is not what we want. Actually, we would like that all European players who are playing in the continent, and even in the other continents other than NBA, should be allowed to play in their national teams during the windows. So we know that some of our friends in their national teams, they were choosing the players between the first top 36 players. So this is not what we wanted. We want also more competition in the windows and the best players. And maybe in the coming days, months, we can have new adjustments or new dialogue that we can reach the level that we want in the windows, depending on the rosters. Dejan Bodroga has been named as the president of the EuroLeague, and they also have announced another interim CEO. And I have congratulated Dejan since he has been with us also for 4 years in the last term as the vice president of Serbian Basketball Federation. He was a member of FIBA Europe board, and he was head of the competition commission. Definitely, he is a legend of European basketball. He played in many clubs in Europe, in the strong clubs. He has many championships, and he knows the issues of European basketball very deep in details. And we definitely will be meeting or contacting each other soon, but he has his priorities as well, definitely as the president of EuroLeague. And you know, EuroLeague consists of some 11 clubs, I think, as main shareholders, and the other clubs. So first he has to, I think, talk and negotiate with their stakeholders, and of course the issue will be on the table as well for the future of European basketball, how we can get a better cooperation between the club team level basketball and national team level basketball.
In the organizational part, obviously the decision to postpone the EuroBasket for 1 year brought some logistic issues, not only for FIBA Europe, mainly of course also for the 4 hosts. I would not say that the officiating was bad, and you would hopefully agree with me that especially here at the final phase, we did not have such a huge complaints, because everybody understood that this is not the way to get any advantage, right? And again, yes, 2 really bad moments happened. This was once in the game Lithuania-Germany, very open with that, and we were of course unhappy, and we also immediately took measures which are hard, but that's what we had to do in order also to protect the individuals. And the second part, totally different case, and I was present at the game which happened during the game Georgia-Turkey in Tbilisi. Other than that, we didn't have any unexpected or different comments than in the past EuroBaskets. There is one big difference. The role of social media has grown. Today you post something, and having enough followers just create the atmosphere that something is wrong. But so this is different, and obviously it's the fact we have to deal with. Last point, we are, of course, we took measures also during the championship. The head of refereeing, they had several meetings with the officials to adjust a little bit. You probably saw at the beginning of the championship, the referees tried to communicate with the coaches and with the players. It was proven that it was not the right way, because it was misunderstood, and it was more strict in the final phase. So there was adjustment, because we saw that the response from the other side was not appropriate. So this is what I would say to the topic of the officiating. And again, you can check all your records from 2015. Not so much 2017, but you can check 2015 records. I think this is what Mr. President said. Obviously, it's in our interest not to have here only the top players, but also the top coaches and top officials. I would not agree with you that the rankings presented somewhere else are the rankings we have. But this is discussion we can have. Generally, I would have one comment. It was I had the feeling at the beginning of the championship that the referees who were here, that they've never refereed games, all these EuroLeague clubs. They referee in the national championships every Saturday and Sunday, also the top teams. They've already officiated several Olympic Games, World Championship, European EuroBaskets. So here again, yes, of course, we are very critical towards the officials. This is clear. We want to have the best possible officiating. Unfortunately, I can assure you we will not have games without mistakes of the referees, as we have no games without mistakes of players and coaches. That's just the nature of the game. It's a game of mistakes. We try and do everything possible in the educational process with the referees to minimize the mistakes. And the rest, as I said, of course we want to have the best players and best performance in every sense of the game here at the EuroBasket.
For me, it's very easy in this moment now, because my friend Turgay and Kamel, the president and the executive director, they say everything, so it's very easy for me. They say thank you to the volunteers. I can say this also. It was great. And you see, everybody see, he is smiling president of the local organizing committee, because I think we all, and I say this also from my friends from Italy, from Georgia and from Czech, we all deliver very, very good, on a very high quality, this is my feeling, European championship. This EuroBasket was for everybody amazing. And we was happy with this. And when you have also the chance that the home team at the end going to the semifinals, it's also great and good for every host, and also good for the spectators who are inside. So on this side, thank you very much to FIBA. Thank you very much to the whole board of FIBA to give us 4 nations the chance to show in which way we love basketball and in which way we are working for basketball.